Let us pray. Magnified be thy name, O Lord my God. Thou art he whom all things worship, and who worshippeth no one, who is the Lord of all things, and the vassal of none, who knoweth all things, and is known of none. Thou didst wish to make thyself known unto men. Therefore, thou didst, through the word of thy mouth, bring creation into being and fashion the universe. There is none other God except thee, the fashioner, the creator, the Almighty, the most powerful. I implore thee by this very word that had shone forth from above the horizon of thy will, to enable me to drink deep of the living waters through which thou hast vivified the hearts of thy chosen ones, and quickened the souls of them that love thee, that I may at all times and under all conditions turn my face wholly towards thee. Thou art the God of power, of glory and bounty. No God is there beside thee, the supreme ruler, the all-glorious, the omniscient. Baha'u'llah.
خداوندا آمرزگارا این مجمع را تایید کن و توفیق بخش تا عالم را به نور اتحاد روشن نماید. شرق و غرب را به پرتو محبت و نور اتفاق منور کنند. ای بخشنده مهربان، دلها را به نفسات روح القدس زنده کن و رویها را مانند شمع افروخته نما تا جهان را نورانی کنند و نفوس را رحمانی نمایند. تویی بخشنده، تویی دهنده و تویی مهربان.
I'm going to start off by reading a letter from the House of Justice that just came out in October of this year. And part of it says that the people of the earth have always been remembered by their God. In every era of history, that unknowable reality has opened the gates of grace to the world by sending an emissary charged with providing the moral and spiritual stimulus that human beings need to cooperate and advance. Many of the names of these great lights to humankind are lost, but some shine out of the annals of the past as having revolutionized thought, unlocking stores of knowledge, and inspired the rise of civilizations. And their names continue to be honored and praised. Each of these spiritual visionaries, stainless mirrors of virtue, set out teachings and truths that answered the urgent needs of the age. As the world now faces its most pressing challenges yet, we acclaim Baha'u'llah, born 200 years ago, as such a figure indeed, as the one whose teachings will usher in that long-promised time when humanity will live side by side in peace and unity. Baha'is believe that Baha'u'llah is the promised Lord of the hosts of the Jews, of the reincarnation of Krishna, the 10th avatar to the Hindus, the 5th Buddha, named Marietta, the Buddha of universal fellowship, referring to the time of the future when the Dharma or morality will have been forgotten by most on the terrestrial world. We believe the return of Christ and the glory of God, of the Father, to the Christians, and to the return of the Imam Hussein to the Shia Muslims, the descent of the Spirit of God to the Sunnis. The great religious systems that have guided humanity over thousands of years can be regarded as an unfolding religion, that one has been renewed from age to age, evolving as humanity has moved from one stage of collective development to another. Religion is a system of knowledge and practice that has, together with science, propelled civilizations throughout all of history. Religion today cannot be exactly what it was previous years. Much of what is regarded as religion in this contemporary world must, Baha'is believe, be re-examined in the light of fundamental truths. Baha'u'llah has posited the oneness of God, the oneness of all religions, and the oneness of human family. We believe a new day has dawned for humanity with the coming of Baha'u'llah, the glory of God, and his herald, the Bab, the two most recent of the divine messengers who have appeared throughout history. Just as the dawning stirs the sleeping world to life, the rising of these twin manifestations of God has re-energized humanity, seeking us into a higher meaning and purpose in life. Baha'u'llah's teachings shed light on human affairs at a time when it can be argued darkness has settled on the world. His teachings help humanity make sense of and navigate the great changes that are rapidly unfolding. While these changes disrupt the order of things, create chaos, and perplex even the most astute leaders, they also open the way of new patterns of life and new forms of human organization to emerge. In this turbulent period of human history, the world is in need of a unifying vision of our true nature as human beings and of the kind of world in which we would want to live. Baha'is believe this vision is revealed in the writings of Baha'u'llah, whose life and teachings are the most compelling story of our time. We are going to have a short movie which is titled The Twin Manifestations.
Blessed art thou, O night, for through thee was born the day of God, a day which we have ordained to be the lamp of salvation unto the denizens of the cities of names, the chalice of victory unto the champions of the arenas of eternity, and the dawning place of joy and exaltation unto all creation. It was the hour just before dawn, on the 1st of Muharram, 1235 in the Muslim lunar calendar, the very first day ushering in a new year. In Shiraz, within the upper chamber of his uncle's house, the Bab was born. At the hour of dawn, on the 2nd of Muharram, 1233 in the Muslim lunar calendar, in the capital city of Tehran, a child was born into an ancient noble family. whose lineage can be traced back to the prophet Abraham and the great kings of the Sasanian Empire. This child would later become known as Baha'u'llah. On the 23rd of May.
Children, we have children are going to be saying prayers in 3 different languages.
The earth is but one country, and its mankind its citizens. So powerful is the light of unity that it can illuminate the whole earth.
عالم یک وطن و من علل از آن نور اتحاد و اتفاق روشن روشن و منور سازد.
Oh Dios, guíame, protégeme, ilumine la lámpara de mi corazón, y haz de mí una estrella brillante. Tú eres el fuerte y el poderoso.
Next we're going to have a guitar with Greg. He's going to be playing a guitar, followed by prayers by Gol Reese and Daniel.
Greetings, my friends. What a wonderful occasion. Yes, I brought my guitar, but contrary as I am, I left it in the back of the room. So we're going to do a little, I thought we might do a little a cappella singing Even Together. And to get you warmed up, I'll do one by myself, and then we can do one together. So please, I hope you're not as hoarse as I am, but together we'll be able to be victorious, I don't doubt. So this first song is a song I think is extremely appropriate for this particular occasion. And I never sing it, nobody ever sings it because it's not known. I think it was in the early 70s that a young man had just become a Baha'i by signing a little card that he believed in the main principles of the Baha'i faith. And he was extremely excited. This was North Carolina, and he was going to Virginia to a conference of Baha'is, the Massanutten Springs Conference. And it's still being held every now and then. And in that car sat a lady who ended up in my village in Holland, where I grew up in the Netherlands, and she taught me this song, Son of the Cause. You think that man does not have wings. You think he's tied to your laws. But long ago in Persia's womb, he bore a son of the cause. To set man free his quest would be to make the spirits fly, to save the world and to bring man peace, a peace that would never die. And now the shell becomes a seed that blossoms from the earth, and man now sees the rose of truth, the rose of perfect birth. You think that man does not have wings. You everything. He is tied to your laws. But long ago, in sweet Persia's womb, he bore the son of the cause. He bore a son of the cause. This was the day for which a song was written back in the 70s, I think. As you now know, the Baha'i faith revolves, the teachings, the social teachings, revolve around the concept of unity. And there we could never stop talking, because of course under the umbrella of unity there's so much, which is why Baha'u'llah left us 100 volumes worth of books of various kinds, and we haven't even translated all of them yet. It's just immense. And in fact, I think that one of the ways it exemplified in the Baha'i faith, besides all these things you may have heard about, the equality of men and women and such, is very much this idea that you find a third way between the lunar calendar that works in one way and the solar calendar that works in another way, such that the twin holy days of the birthday of the Baba and Baha'u'llah in the lunar calendar are sort of transferred and merged into the solar calendar for us. It's a beautiful idea. So, all of that to say, unity is the key word, and therefore it's important that Baha'is also consider all of mankind to be in the same boat, so to speak. All of us are in the age of Baha'u'llah, the age of the unity of mankind. There's no chosen people in the Baha'i faith. And so I think it's only appropriate that we take a song from a non-Baha'i source, which is just as much in the same spirit as we are, and we sing it together. Now you're going to have to concentrate a little bit. There's 4 lines. And if you do well, we can do it in a round. If you do not do well enough, then we'll come back in 2 years and we'll do it in a round, okay? Yeah, there you go. So the first line is the line, I'll give you the line first and the melody. The first line is, step by step, the longest march can be won, can be won. Yes? Step by step, the longest march can be won, can be won. Many stones do form an arch, many stones do form an arch, singly none, singly none. Same melody. Many stones do form an arch, singly none, singly none. Then, and the 4th line is the same melody again, but the 3rd line is different. And by union what we will can be accomplished still. So let's do it again. And by union what we will can be accomplished still. And by union what we will can be accomplished still. Want to do that again? And by union what we will can be accomplished still. Drops of water turn a mill, singly none, singly none. Let me hear it. Drops of water turn a mill, but had a singly none, singly none. Now you've forgotten the first line, right? Okay, no problem, we'll do it again. Step by step, the longest march can be won, can be won. Many stones do form an arch. Singly none, singly none. And by union what we will can be accomplished still. Oh, that's a little shaky, do it again. And by union what we will can be accomplished still. Drops of water turn a mill. Singly none, singly none. I wonder whether you can do it without me. Can you? No. But you can do it without the microphone. Yes? Step by step, the longest march. Yes, can be one, can be one. Many stones do form an arch. Singly none, singly none. And by union what we will can be accomplished still. Drops of water turn a mill. Banana, singly none, singly none. Very good. So you're curious how this goes as a round, I'm sure. So what happens is we simply start either with the stones or the union, and then let the others go on, and when they're done, 2 times normally, they just go singly none, singly none, singly none, singly none, till we catch up. So, are we ready for this? Yes. No, not really, sort of, yeah, sure, let's try it. Yes, let's try it. I'm sorry, there is no in this room. So let's do it one more time together, and then how are we going to divide it? I think, sorry?
We do singly none.
What do singly now? You're so funny. That means that you start early, right? And that we start later, correct? Shall we give them that extra space here, or shall we cut it through this first seat? How about that? Yeah. We cut it through the first seat. Yes, then we have these folks and these folks. Yes? Okay, let's try these group first. 1, 2, 3, 4. Step by step, the longest. Very good. Can be run, can be won. Many stones do form an arch, but singly none. Singly none, and by union what we will can be accomplished still. I won't be there. And these stones do form an arch. Drops of water turn a mill. You're right. I was thinking of them. Drops of water turn a mill. But singly none, singly none. Let's go on. Singly none. Sing until the other guys catch up, right? Okay, let's try these. No, not just that. That's not fair. All right, guys, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Step by step, the longest march can be won, can be won. I'm not hearing you. Please. There you go. With Mrs. Kopani, you have no excuse, okay? There we go. 1, 2, 3. Step by step, the longest march can be won, can be won. Many stones do form an arch. Singly none, and by union what we will can be accomplished. Still, that was weak.
Really weak.
That was really weak. And by union what we will can be accomplished. One more time. And by union what we will can be accomplished. Still, drops of water turn a mill. Banana, singly none, singly none. You see, I'm teaching this now so that you can teach it later and practice, etc. Okay, so we're going to do this here, and then they'll follow the second verse. They'll start the first when we do the second, and then I might just abandon you at some point. Yes? I'm so sorry. I'm preparing, okay? Okay.
We'll have to hold each other up.
Yes. 1, 2, 3. Step by step, the longest march can be won, can be won. Step by step, the longest march can be won, can be won. Many stones. And by union, what we will can be accomplished still. And by union, what we will can be accomplished still. Drops of water turn a mill. Singly none, singly none, singly none, singly none. Not bad.
coming when all religion of world will unite. For in principle, they are one already. There is no need for division, seeing that it's only the outward forms that separate them. Among the Son of Man, some souls are suffering through ignorance. Let us hasten to teach them. Others are like children, needing care and education until they are grown. And some are sick. To these, we must carry divine healing.
Behold, a beautiful garden full of flowers, shrubs, and trees. Each flower has a different charm, a particular beauty, its own delicious perfume and beautiful color. The trees too, how varied they are in size and growth and foliage, and what different fruits they bear. Yet all these flowers, shrubs, and trees spring from the self-same earth. The same sun shines upon them, and the same cloud gives them rain. So it is different colored, white, black, brown, and red, but they all come from the same God, and all servants to Him.
As we are listening to this beautiful Santori and our guitar, it was a great guitar, by the way, Greg. Much better voices, nothing but strings, right? The Santori that you hear is a multi-stringed instrument, thought to be of Mesopotamian origin. It's thought to originally have come from two words, sand and ur, which are words of ancient Sumerian writings. It's also known as the instrument of 100 strings. I think there's only 72. 72. They couldn't count, right? It's known as the Santur in Iran, Iraq, India, Pakistan, and Turkey. It's called the Yanjing in China, the Kim in Thailand, the Santuri in Greek, and even Hochbrett in Germany. Commonly known in the United States as a hammered dulcimer. The modern day Santur is a trapezoidal shaped instrument. That's kind of a triangle with the top cut off. It's made usually of walnut or citrus wood, right? Walnut. And it's 72 strings tuned, and they're tuned in groups of 18 with 4 strings each. Is that right? So you get it's like a piano. Each piano has multiple strings for those that know anything about piano. They're played by these little tiny, delicate hammer sticks called mezrabs. They're held with the fingers, and some are covered with the cotton or leather. Other times it's without anything on it. It's a different tone. And you'll notice the vibration with the playing of it. It actually is vibrating its different strings. Santur is still one of the most popular instruments in much of Iran. We're going to hear this from Nader. He's going to get to play, and then we'll have some readings by Beth and Edmund, and followed by a CD of the Unity Prayer. So, there, Mike.
symbol of unity. He has made a design of the uniting of all the peoples and for the gatherings of them all under the shelter of the tent of universal unity. This is the work of the divine bounty. We must all strive with heart and soul until we have the reality of unity in our midst. And as we work, so will strength be given unto us. Leave all thought of self and strive only to be obedient and submissive to the will of God. In this way only shall we become citizens of the kingdom of God and attain unto life everlasting.
The one all-loving God bestows his divine grace and favor on all mankind. One and all are servants of the Most High, and his goodness, mercy, and loving kindness are showered upon all his creatures. The glory of humanity is the heritage of each one. All men are the leaves and fruits of one same tree. They are all the branches of the tree of Adam. They all have the same origin. The same rain fallen upon them all. The same sun warms them all. They are all refreshed by the same breeze. The only differences that exist and that keep them apart are these. There are children who need guidance. The ignorant need to be instructed. The sick need to be tended to and healed. Thus the whole of humanity is enveloped by the mercy and grace of God. All men are created equal before God. He is no respecter of persons.
Oh my God, unite the hearts of thy servants. Oh my God, reveal to them thy great purpose. May they follow thy commandments and abide in thy law.
Greener on the other side, across the fence, but we defeat the trends when we realize we need to send a message to where our souls used to dwell. Oh God, leave us not to ourselves, lost in these spells. We need your guidance from the well, spring of your laws, let us sing for your cause.
May they follow thy commandments and abide in thy law.
Let the hearts be cheered. When evil is revered and good is just we're linked together with our helper and our oh God, guide our steps through thy knowledge. We have no trouble here identifying problems. Since your commandments remain solid, then only through your love can we expect to find solace.
May they follow thy commandments and abide in thy law.
Yes, sir.
I have one song that I want the audience to help me and sing with me. It goes now.
Here we go.
It goes. Yaba Baha'u'llah.
Soon will all that dwell on earth, soon will all that dwell on earth, be enlisted under this banner, be enlisted under these banners. Baha'u'llah,
I do, but it's farther. It's too far away from my house to really
get to it? You looked at it like you could be doing it cross country.
Maybe.
You got the ability for you see the microphone in my face going all over it.
Oh, okay. It's cute. I like it.
You're taking pictures.